Optimism has turned to grief for the family of a woman whose body was found inside the burned shelter she was living in. A relapse into addiction in early 2025 resulted in Anne Victoria Martin McKay losing her home. In March, Martin McKay's body was found inside the burned remains of the shelter she'd sought refuge in. Left behind are grieving relatives who were once hopeful she was on the path to recovery.
The great tragedy of this is that she was doing so well. She was doing everything right. She was, we had been prepared for years to get the call that we had lost her to addiction. We weren't ready to get the call that we lost her because she was trying to keep warm.
For about a year, these woods behind a commercial strip on Two Nations Crossing was home to Martin McKay, who was known as Vicki to friends and family. Among the trees, Vicki lived in a makeshift structure made of pallet wood and tarps and heated with a small stove. Then on March 26, firefighters were called. They found Vicki's structure fully engulfed in flames, and once the fire was out, crews made the grim discovery of her remains. Police say they don't believe her death was a result of a crime.
That's my favorite.
Christmas. And I think you weren't looking at the camera, and she had to grab his head and turn it like, look over here.
Vicki was the eldest sibling out of Erica McKay, the middle child, and Josh, the youngest. The two siblings say they grew up with loving parents who raised them in Fredericton's Marysville neighborhood.
High school or junior high?
Sitting at the dining table in Josh's home, the two shared memories about Vicki, who was considered the protector in the family.
I crawled out of my crib and got my head and neck stuck between it was the mid-'80s, don't judge my parents. My head stuck between a dresser and the crib and was dangling and choking, and she was the one that found me and lifted me. And then again, as I was a little bit older, choking on a peppermint, and she did the Heimlich successfully and saved me there.
And for Erica, Vicki was the one who helped her through one of the biggest challenges in her life.
I ended up having my kid young, my son. So, I mean, she kind of helped me out and took me in and that kind of thing. So, it wasn't, for her, things might be a little different.
Okay. Josh and Erica say painful experiences as early as her teenage years left Vicki with trauma that would eventually upend her life. In 2018, Erica says Vicki's substance use began to take over. Then about 2 years ago, it led to her becoming homeless. She was able to recover and was accepted to rent a tiny home in the 12 Neighbors community. But her siblings say a relapse early last year saw her hit rock bottom, contributing to her being evicted.
And they don't allow issues like that in the community, and so she was removed from the community. But when you get removed from that community, where do you go?
12 Neighbors founder Marcel Lebrun, in a text message, said tenants commit to following the law, and his organization evicts tenants who conduct illegal activity that threatens the safety of the community. Court records show Vicki was charged with possessing fentanyl for the purpose of trafficking and 2 other drug-related offenses. She pleaded not guilty and was scheduled to stand trial in April. Her siblings say after being evicted from 12 Neighbors, she set up shelter in the nearby woods. And despite the rough living conditions, she was working on rebuilding her life. She was having regular appointments with a medical doctor and going through a methadone treatment program. Erica and Josh say Vicki's appearance improved as she fought her addiction, and there was hope that this time her recovery would be for good.
I would be at work maybe the days that she had gone into my dad's, but my dad would tell me about her, or take a picture of her and send it to me and show me, and how she was looking, and she had her hair done there at one point and makeup on and gained weight, and so it looked like the old her.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle for any family who's dealing with a loved one, dealing with addiction, and you can get pessimistic. You can get negative about the experience, and this felt like we had turned a corner. This felt so positive. It felt like this was it. We were getting our sister back, and things were going to be better. Which again was why it was so hard the night we got the call.
That call is one Josh hopes no one else ever has to take, and is why he wants to see more support for people like Vicki. He says her case exposes a gap in service for people straddling the line between addiction and recovery. And if more isn't done, he worries others will suffer a similar fate.
There's an active, growing community of the unhoused. For whatever reason, we're starting to see more socioeconomic difficulties for every Canadian. You're going to see that population boom, and if we don't do more to help them now, it's going to get even more out of control. We will see more people struggling and the unhoused passing away in our streets.